Good morning students, welcome to maths class of 10th standards. So last time in the previous class we discussed about the polynomials. So today also we can continue this chapter, and before going to start this one we can recall that what we learned in the previous class. In previous class in the polynomials we come to know about the linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial. General form of the linear polynomial is ax square plus b is there. General form of the quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. Sorry, ax plus b is there. Ax square plus bx plus c is there. Cubic polynomial is having the general form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. These all things we come to know. And here, and zeros of the polynomial. This polynomial we can write in terms of, this is the arithmetic we are going to see, in algebra we are going to see, and next we are going to see this one in geometrical, how we can represent. In this, zeros of the polynomial will come. In 9th standard already we learned, and in the previous class also we learned. But how to represent these zeros of the polynomial? By graphically also we decided, and we come to know also. But here in this class we are going to do, based on this, some exercises there. Page number 28, 10th standard, second lesson, page number 28, exercise 2.1. They given the graph of y is equal to p of x are given in the figure 2.10 below. For some polynomial p of x, find the number of zeros of p of x in each case. Some diagram also there. Just to see the diagram, I will write here. By seeing this one, already zeros of the polynomial means how it will be on graph we come to know. Here this will be as x and x dash, and y and y dash. Zeros of the polynomial is nothing but the graph line, how many times it is crossing the x-axis, that is called as the zeros of the polynomial. Means zeros of the polynomial is y is equal to, y value will come in terms of y, we will write that y value will be as 0 after taking the value of x. After taking what the value of x, so the y is going to become 0. That is the zeros of the polynomial. Suppose in the first case they are given like this. So how many zeros of the polynomial, how many zeros of this graph is there? There is no zero. Why? Because of this graph line is not intersecting anywhere to the x-axis. So here they are asking for you how many zeros of this. So there is no zeros because of graph line is not going to intersect the x-axis at anywhere. It is parallel to x-axis is there. So here we are not going to get y value as 0. So there is no 0. Next diagram they are given for us. Same is that x and x dash, y and y dash, and the diagram is like this. So here, how many times the line is going to intersect? Then it is going to intersect only one time. The number of zeros are here. How many number of zeros is there? Only one number of zeros is there. So we can identify like this, and we can write that the remaining are in your textbook. They are given diagrams just to try and see that how many zeros are there for the given figures. So how to identify? I told for you how many times the graph line is going to intersect the x-axis. That are the zeros of the number of the given polynomial. Suppose if this only, if it is moving like this, how many times it is intersecting? 2 times it is going to intersect the x-axis. Intersecting it is crossing. So then we can call this 2 number of zeros of this diagram is 2. 2 times it is crossing means 2. Next we can see that the relationship between the zeros and coefficient of the polynomial. Here next we are going to see what is the relationship between 8x plus 6. 2x square minus 8x plus 6 is a polynomial. This is p of x I am going to take. So here see, how to find out the zeros of the polynomial earlier in 9th standard we learned. By splitting the middle term you can find the zeros of the polynomial. So for this I will find out the zeros of the polynomial. First what we want to do, to find the splitting middle terms means a into c we have to do. This is general form I am taking, a into c. A into c is 2, 6 are 12. So 12 we have to split such that if you do add or subtraction, two numbers we have to select here. If you do addition or subtraction, we have to get the middle term, minus 8 should come. If you do multiplication, we have to get 12. See how we can write, just we can see this one. 4 2s are, sorry, 6 2s are, 6 2s are, 6 into 2 is 12, minus plus into plus, plus already come. If I take minus, both minus into minus, plus. So here, if I do addition or subtraction, we have to get minus 8. Minus 6 plus minus 2 will get minus 8. Then adding means you are going to get minus 8, and if you multiply means you are going to get 12. So this is your two factors. By splitting the middle terms, I am going to find what? Zeros of the polynomial. I will write 8x, I will write 6x minus 2x plus 6. Now make two groups. Now two groups will be made, and what is the common you have to take out? 2 and x is there. Here also 2 3 is 6. 2 and x will get common outside. So I will write 2 and x I will take common outside. 2 and x if I take common outside, remain what is there? X square is there. When x will come outside, only x is remain. So I am writing this one. Minus 2 3 is there. 2 already come outside. Remained is 3 and x also come out. So your inside the value is x minus 3, and here minus 2 you have to take. Why? Because of here inside we have to get minus. So I will take minus 2 as common. Remember what is there here? X. Minus into plus, minus into minus will get plus. So we will write that here say minus 2 I take the common outside. Remember what is the x is remained. Why we written this minus means minus into minus we have to get plus. The value should not change. So what we have written sign. Now what is the common you write one time? X minus 3 and 2x minus 2. What is the outside is that you have to write. So now x minus 3 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 3 and x is equal to this 2. If you come here, 2 will become down to 2 on the x is equal to 1. Then zeros of this polynomial is 3 and 1 x value. What if I take the x value as this one, the whole equation is going to become as a 0. If you take in terms of y also, x value in graph, geometrically if you go to represent x value, you are having the free to take it, and y value will write, y value will get a 0 whatever it get. So we will take in terms of y if you write. So here x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 1 are the zeros of the polynomial. If you take x value, if you substitute x value here, the whole equation is going to become 0. Now in this lesson we come to know zeros of the polynomial. But our talk about is what is the relationship between the zeros of the polynomial and what is the coefficient of this quadratic equation. Coefficient of x square is 2 is the coefficient of x is 8 is there, and this is the constant value is the real value. So now today we are going to see what is the relationship between the coefficient of this variables and the zeros of the polynomial. Just we can see here. Zeros of sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros I will take here. Sum of the zeros. What are the zeros? What is this? 1 3 is there and 1 1 is there. So what are the zeros of the polynomial is 4 is there. Zeros of the polynomial we get 3 plus 1 is 4. Now here, this is the sum of the zeros. Now I will take this one as minus of coefficient of x square, coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. This see why we are writing this means coefficient of x, what is this? Minus of coefficient of x is minus of 8 is that coefficient of x is minus 8 is and coefficient of x square, what is that? 2 is that. See here, minus into minus plus will become 8 by 2 if I write 2 1s are 2 4s are. So we are going to get the value by comparing this one. Here see 3 plus 1 is going to get 4, means sum of the zeros is equal to coefficient of minus of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x squared is becoming. By taking this value, we compare this one. Then what is the relationship means? We can tell what is the relationship between the coefficient and zeros of the polynomial means the sum of the zeros will equal to minus of coefficient of x and divided by coefficient of x square. Next you see product of the zeros. Product of the zeros. Product of the zeros, what is this? 3 into 1. 3 into 1 is equal to 3. 3 into 1 we are going to get 3. Yes, not. Then now see we can write this one as coefficient constant divided by coefficient of x square. See here, what is the coefficient of a constant value? What is this? Constant value is 6 is there. C. And next here coefficient of x square is 2. 2 1s are 3s are. So this is also going to be equal. Then what is the relationship they are asking? So by comparing this one, by finding the zeros, we compare that one. What we compare? Sum of the zeros and coefficient of the variables. So we after comparing this we come to know that one. What is that means? The sum of the zeros is equal to minus of coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square, and the product of the zeros is equal to constant divided by coefficient of x square. This is for quadratic equation. So next we'll see our general form of this by taking one example I discussed with you. So now I am going to explain with you the general form. Already you know what is the general form of a quadratic equation is. General form of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is there. If in general zeros of the polynomial, if we take alpha and beta, what is that? In general alpha and beta are zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of the polynomial. General form of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is there. This already you know this one. This how it is there means this ax square bx plus c, this gives for us. This gives for us already we know. Last year only we learned this by fact. Here we come to know that factorization is that x minus alpha into x minus beta is there. So why? Because alpha and beta are the value of x. Alpha and beta are the value of x. So we can write in terms of x minus alpha and x minus beta. This if you multiply this one here, alpha into x, sorry, k into x, or we can do here k you take common outside, and here multiply this one. X into x is x square, x into minus beta is minus xb, and here alpha into x is minus alpha x, minus into minus is plus alpha into beta. This we can write. So here common we can take general. What is that? Minus is the x square minus, and both the side x is the common, so take common outside. So what we can write is alpha plus beta. We can write plus alpha into beta. This is the general form of how the quadratic equations will be. And we can take here coefficient of x is, we can by comparing here, coefficient of x square is a is there, coefficient of x is b is there, and constant value c is alpha into beta. By comparing this, we can come to know that one alpha plus beta is equal to b is there, and minus of alpha plus beta is b, alpha into beta is c, and is coefficient of x square is a. So here after multiplying with k is the constant value is there. If you multiply, we will come to know that one. So here by comparing this, I can write a is equal to k, b is equal to minus of k alpha plus beta, and c is equal to alpha into beta. We can write it. So here alpha plus beta is equal to, already we know in general series of the polynomial alpha but beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha into beta is equal to c by a. This minus b by a is the coefficient of x, minus of coefficient of x, and divided by coefficient of x square. Here coefficient of the product means coefficient of a constant value divided by coefficient of x square. So we can see this relationship between the zeros and coefficient of the numbers. So here based on this, as the same this rules only we can follow for the cubic also. Now we come to know quadratic. You can see that cubic also, and already we know in the linear equations already we know that one. So what I did not explain about that one. And here now we can see this cubic also. Same cubic also are some of the zeros. Directly I will go. Some of the zeros. Some of the zeros of cubic, for cubic I am going to tell. Some of the zeros will be as minus of coefficient of x square, divided by coefficient of x cube, Next, product of the zeros. Is equal to minus of constant divided by coefficient of x cube. And here we come to know that alpha plus beta, but here cubic means three terms will be alpha, beta, and gamma will take. In general form, if I take alpha, beta, gamma, and gamma, if I take, so the general form of cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is there. Here we are going to see that sum of the zeros is alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a, and next one is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, and next product is alpha into beta into gamma is equal to minus d by a. This is the general form we written. Based on this, we are going to see some problems. As you can see here, one example I will show for you, and then next we can continue that. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial. This is page number 33, exercise 2.2. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. First, we are going to see the first one is x square minus 2x minus 8 is there. So first, what you have to do? Find the zeros of the following quadratic equations and verify the relationship between the zeros of the polynomial and coefficient of the this. So now here x square minus 2x minus 8 is there. By splitting the middle term, I am going to find zeros of the polynomial. First we will go with the zeros of the polynomial. See here, a into c you have to do first. Coefficient of x square into constant term you have to multiply. Here nothing is there, means 1 it will be 1 into 8 is minus 8 we are going to get. Split this one as two terms, and if you multiply this we have to get minus 8, and addition or subtraction if you do we have to get minus 2. Now how we can do this one? 4 2s are 8 we will get. 4 2s are 8. 4 2s are 8 means we have to get minus 2, and like minus 4 is bigger than 1 and plus 2. Minus 4 plus 2 we get minus 2, and here both if you multiply 4 2s are 8, so I will split this one as x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. The value will not change. So x square common, what is the you have to take? X is the common. First two groups you make. X common it is there, take outside. X minus 4 is remained inside. Plus 2 you take common outside. X remain minus 4 is remained. So what is the common? X minus 4 you write one time, and x plus 2 you write one time. So x is equal to x minus 4 is equal to 0. X plus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to 4 will become minus 4. If you transpose to the RHS side, it will LHS to RHS side, it will become with the sign change as a plus. And here, if I transpose from there, so x is equal to minus 2 will become. We come to know that zeros of the polynomial. How to write this one? The zeros of p of x square minus 2x minus 8 is x is equal to 4 and x is equal to minus 2. Now we come to know zeros of the polynomial. Next, what is the relationship between the zeros of the polynomial and coefficient of the polynomial? Just we can see here, sum of the zeros is equal to minus b by a. This is sum of the zeros. First I will take 0. What is the sum of the zeros? Is 4 plus minus 2. We are going to get this one as 2. And next, this is equal to minus of coefficient of x square, x divided by coefficient of x square. Just to compare this one, coefficient of x is minus 2. Coefficient of x is minus of minus 2 divided by coefficient of x square is nothing is there, 1 is there. So minus into minus is 2. So we can this both are compared, both are same is there. So this satisfied. Next, product also compared. Product of the polynomial. Product of the polynomial is, so your zeros what is there? Product of the zeros. 4 and minus 2 is there. 4 into minus 2. This will use for us minus 8. But this is equal to constant divided by coefficient of x square. Constant value what is there? Minus 8 is there. Minus 8. Coefficient of x square is there. 1 is there. So we get minus 8 is equal to minus 8. So like this we have to follow for the remaining. We can see in the next class. Thank you.